Myself Shan Banerjee, and I'm again back with my economics classes. Yes, so in my last video, you have seen that I went through few of the discussion of this national income. And the topic that I'm going to discuss today is the most important topic for the newcomers in this particular chapter, national income. To all my YouTube viewers, I'm just going to request you all that if you face any doubt regarding this particular conversion topic that I'm going to discuss today, please do let me know in this comment section. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. So now let's begin. So here you can see that I've written there national income and I have circulated this particular topic, conversion. As in the last video I told you that in this particular video we're going to start out with three conversion processes. The first conversion is from gross to net and from net to gross. From net to gross and from gross to net. The second conversion is from domestic income to national income and from national income to domestic income. And the third most important conversion is from market price to factor cost and from factor cost to market price. So coming on to the first discussion, the first conversion. From net to gross and from gross to net. Let's just take an example of a cake. You went to a particular shop to buy a particular packet of cake. A cake, a Britannia company cake of 10 rupees, you went to a market to buy. When you go to a market to buy the particular 10 rupees cake, you are going to get a packet and inside the packet you are going to get an entire tray of cakes, right? So the cake along with the packet, the entire thing is what concept? Gross concept. But when you take that cake, you throw that packet out, right? The thing, that packet that you're throwing, that's what? Depreciation in economics. So the left out cake that you actually have, that you eat, is what concept? Net concept. So that entire cake with packet is what? Gross. It's a big concept. From there, if you cut off, if you throw, if you subtract depreciation, that is a packet, you're going to get the raw thing. That's what? The cake. So gross is a big concept while net is a small concept. So from net to gross, when you go, what you need to add? Depreciation. You just need to add depreciation with net to get gross. And from gross when you come to net, from a big one you're coming to a smaller one, what do you need to do? You need to subtract something. So what we subtract? Depreciation we subtract. So from gross, if we subtract depreciation, you are going to get net. Right? Now, just keep in your mind one very important thing. Depreciation in economics, basically in macroeconomics, is also known as consumption of fixed capital. Those who have went through my video, what I did on depreciation, to them it's very clear. The word depreciation refers to consumption of fixed capital. So whenever you get in the numerical part, in many terminologies, you are going to get depreciation sometimes. You might be getting not depreciation, rather you might be getting consumption of fixed capital. So keep in your mind, depreciation also means consumption of fixed capital. Consumption of fixed capital. I guess I'm clear to you. So from net to gross, you just need to add depreciation, and from gross to net, you just need to subtract depreciation. Thank you. The second topic of discussion is net factor income earned from abroad and how we are going to get from domestic to national and from the national to domestic. Now, before starting this conversion, one thing again I am going to tell you, it is very important to know that domestic is a small concept or a narrow concept while national is a big concept. It's a larger, wider concept, right? So from domestic, from a small one, if you go to in the national one, from domestic when you go to national, that is from a small one, you are going to go for a big one. You need to add something with the small one to make it a big, right? So from domestic income, when we go to a national income, we just need to add NFIA, net factor income earned from abroad. So from domestic to national, you just need to add NFIA. And from national, that is from bigger one, you are going to come to a small one, that is domestic. You just need to subtract NFIA. So from domestic, you need to add NFIA to get national, and from national, you just need to subtract NFIA to get domestic. Now, what is NFIA? I guess I made this particular video also. Net factor income earned from abroad is the subtraction of two things. It is the income earned, the income received, the income earned or the income received from abroad by the normal residents minus the income paid to the foreigners, those who are residing in our country. So basically, one very important thing you just need to keep in your mind, it's a shortcut. Just remember, income from minus income to. So from minus to, income from minus income to. So earning minus payment. This from minus to is a short form to understand net factor income earned from abroad. If you had any doubt, please do write in my comment section to let me know, and let me just help you out with this particular part. So from domestic income, which is a smaller concept, if you go to the national income, you just need to add something, that is net factor income earned from abroad. And from a national concept, when you go to the domestic concept, you just need to subtract net factor income earned from abroad. I guess my words are clear to you. Coming on to the last topic of our today's discussion, that is from the market price to factor cost and from factor cost to market price. Now what is the two things? Yeah, market price is nothing apart from the market value of that commodity that is being sold. Suppose this particular pen need to be sold. So 20 rupees is the market price of this particular commodity. So market price is 20 rupees. The amount of money or the amount of price value that is tagged to this particular commodity is market price. But what is factor cost? To produce this pen, I need to have 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Out of these 4 factors of production, 3 things are mostly required. Land is required, labor is required, capital is required. And who is producing them? The entrepreneurs is producing them. Now, a land being a factors of production, when it gives the services, it need to have some factor returns. Now this time the factor return that a factors of production is getting is known as factor cost. So being a producer of this particular pen, if I want to produce this particular pen, then I need to hire some land. If I get some land, I need to give some regular amount of rent. I need to hire some labor. I need to pay them some regular amount of compensation of employees. And if I get some capital, that is some machines in my company to produce this pen, I need to pay some interest in return. So land gets rent, capital earns interest, and this labor gets compensation of employees. So these are the expenditure, these are the expenses made by this producer to produce this pen. Now whenever I will decide the market price of this pen, I just need to keep in mind that this many expenses I did. So with all those expenses, I will add all those expenses, and the total expenses that I did to produce this pen is my cost of production. So with this cost of production, I just need to add some markup with that. And that markup, if I give it, I can make or I can fix the price of this commodity, right? And this markup will help me to understand what profit I earned. So therefore, whenever we consider the market price and the factor cost, market price is the ultimate price fixed for the commodities, and the factor cost is the cost of producing the commodity, which is being paid by the producer on the factors of production. So always remember, market price is a big concept, as because it comprises of all the expenditure made to the factors of production. That is, the factor cost is added with that. So factor cost along with something that is a markup will give you what? This market price. So market price is a big concept and factor cost is a small concept. Now from market price, from this big concept, if I go to a small concept, what I need to subtract? I need to subtract net indirect tax, NIT, net indirect tax, not only indirect tax, net indirect tax. So from the market price, which is a large concept, I need to subtract net indirect tax to get the factor cost. And from factor cost, which is a small concept, I just need to add the net indirect tax to get the market price, right? Now my question to all of you is, sir, what is net indirect tax? A big question mark. The answer is, net indirect tax is the subtraction of indirect tax and the subsidy. So if you subtract subsidy, if you subtract subsidy from the indirect tax, you are going to get net indirect tax. The example of indirect tax is GST, right? You have this in your syllabus. You have been added this GST as well as this demonetization in the last time in your syllabus. This has been also added. So we'll read this in your macro part and even in some Indian economics part about this GST. So GST is the best example of indirect tax, what we are having now. If you add that, if you just subtract the indirect tax as subsidy from the indirect tax, you are going to get the net indirect tax. Now, what is subsidy? Subsidy is basically nothing but a help that is being done or that is being given by the government. So it is some amount of help given by the government to the poor people. Suppose we are getting this particular subsidized food grains from the ration shops. We are even getting some subsidy in the LPG cylinders while getting them. So these are the help given by the government to us. So the tax that the government is getting minus the expenditure, that is a subsidy that the government is giving. If you subtract these two, you are going to get net indirect tax. And when you add this net indirect tax with the factor cost, you are going to get market price. And when you subtract this net indirect tax from the market price, you are going to get the factor cost. This is all about our three conversion. One is from net to gross and from gross to net. The second conversion was from domestic income to national income and from national income to domestic. And the third most important conversion is from market price to factor cost and from factor cost to market price. Hope you like this video. I guess I made your doubts clear. If you still have any doubt, don't forget to write in the comment box what I'm again and again telling you. And if you like my video, don't forget to share it with your friends. Give a thumbs up, and if you have still not subscribed, please do subscribe my channel. Till then, stay connected, stay happy. Thank you. Hope to see you again.